Yeah, I gotta just get a suck it.
All by itself, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
Alrighty, quiet on the set, boys
Gotta
and
lay it off
girls.
the peyote.
You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. In no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news. You don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news from right here inside Shroud Avatar, 5 days a week for your listening and viewing pleasure and/or entertainment, however you see fit to look at it. How's everybody doing out there today? For the record, it is Friday, April 28th, 2017. We are day into release 41. And of course, we've been having a good time around here. We had such a good time yesterday. We just ran right across the clock and kept on going.
I blame Laz.
It's all Laz's fault. That's right. You better believe it. That's right. I was on the light tirade. That's right. Now, why do I see two different types of light floating today? That's interesting. Oh, will-o-wisp. Yeah, somebody's busting balls out there today.
Something's not a light.
Now, see the wisp. I understand.
His name is Harvey. He's a beautiful little light source. Just a little burned out.
Beautiful, beautiful wisp. Yes. But, yeah, where did we leave off yesterday, aside from after the soapbox and...
I've got to go find it. We were somewhere...
I thought we had just finished the meteor showers, and we were joking about that.
The sperm icon?
Yes.
I was about to say, oh boy.
Well, come on. I mean, look at that. I mean, that just, you know, that looks like too many pictures from science class in high school, for crying out loud. I don't know. I was just...
Wait, Laz, you went to high school?
But, yes, I went to high school.
Are you
yes,
sure
I
about
graduated. I am absolutely sure about that.
They should have wiggly tails. Then it would really be.
That you went to a school that taught you how to get high?
Well, that too.
That is all that Laz.
City as school, high school. That's right. High school. It's about, I want to say, 7 blocks away from Washington Square Park. Yeah. You know, no reference. If you know what said reference to said park is.
Nope. Lost, man.
I know. It's a beautiful thing.
That's down there on the other side of Novia, you know, down there past them peaks.
Yeah, that's right. Past the peyote fields, you'll find Led Zepp out there.
But Led Zepp's not with us. I think he...
That's where he is, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
And Clipsy's doing weird things on top of the piano.
We never complain when Clipsy is dancing naked on top of the piano.
Should we call that the Shroud harpsichord?
Well, you know, that was another one. Clipsy also wants to know when she's going to be able to lie across the top with the cover closed on top of the new harpsichord. And,
Yes.
She wants to be up there, and she wants to go full out diva and be able to lay out and do a whole routine right on top of the harpsichord there. And I see Gix is agreeing by cheering that idea. Gix?
You sure that was?
But yes, I'm sure we'll find many things if we can close that cover to do on top of the harpsichord. On top of that, literally, pun intended.
We'll do.
Get right on that.
Top of it.
Yes, we'll get right on that.
Attach a pole on top of it, and. Okay, so are you ready to continue where we're kind of sort of where
So
we
this
left
you
off
can take
yesterday?
Sure, because this is some good news for those folks out there. Tamers, is that where we are?
Yeah, Tamers. We need to start off with the appropriate sound effect.
Suck it, Tamers!
Yep,
That's
the
right.
one.
Now, for those of you who have heard that and have heard it throughout the world as of late, again, that was Chris reading something that was commented in Discord. And of course, taming gets a little love here, not actually suck it, Tamers, as you hear.
Okay. Killing it. I mean, because maybe they do like to suck it
Well,
with the good things.
That's Led
Because
Zeppelin, but
sucking
that's-
things is not always a bad thing.
Yes.
Okay, so
It's swallowing that's the bitch.
Speak for yourself. Good protein.
it's part of your
Part of
well-balanced
a
diet.
balanced, healthy diet. That's right.
Yes.
Paleo diet.
Okay, so tamed creatures received a lot of balance passes. Taming has needed some attention, just a little bit. And in release 41, this is the first time that Chris really spent a lot of time analyzing issues, then implementing some change. So he increased the damage resistance. All creatures gain damage resistance to match their wild counterparts. He also gave all the tamed creatures some methamphetamines. So they are wired and they are moving extremely fast.
So you won't see them lagging way behind their masters running through town anymore. That should be nice.
So that wolves are super fast, bears are moderate, spiders are the slowest, but that was all increased by 50% faster than that they were previously. So hopefully the NBN and security spider will get out of A.
Maybe the NBN and security spider will show up before the fight's over now. Yeah.
Maybe. He also increased the base strength by at least 20 for each of those summoned tamed creatures, and that increases both damage and hit points. He reduced the health regen to combat level health regen, aiming on utility bars, so everything can be on combat bar. And
utility.
Just to appease those people that think that that was a huge taming nerf, you can now unlearn it at 100% on 41. Creature and environmental effects balance. Body slam, they fixed a bug where that skill was ignoring root. The Kabbalists now no longer cast weird things on dead players.
Makes sense.
Dead. It's a ghost. Cast things on it.
I'm guessing they were confusing the ghosts, so trying to find the Rezonk was a little tough.
I mean, the confusion one being cast on dead players is probably the. So confusion field no longer affects dead players. And demon in the Solani catacombs. They added a spawn delay for the catacombs to discourage farming.
Suck it, farmers.
Suck it, farmers. Damage resistance, avoidance, and parry. That was all given some love of some sort.
Damn, chicka bam, man.
Except for if you have or a melee type, you will be slightly less effective. High hit, low damage effects, double shot, rapid shot, shot, etc. will suffer the most. But working.
Suck it, archers.
I've heard some complaint, not much yet, but there's a little whine. Is Eclipse, you want to get some cheese out for our guests later on today? Because I'm sure we're going to need it.
Of course.
Our wine.
That's right.
I still got wine from happy hour. Woo!
There you go. You got leftover wine from Wednesday's happy hour? Oh, geez.
If you bleed, don't worry. It's just red wine.
And list request that you put some chocolate on that list with the cheese.
White chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, all chocolate. Got it.
And warrior types will get some love eventually. Mages, probably none. But that will help differentiate them. Best way to deal with casters will be melee. Best way to deal with warriors will be magic. Elemental resistances, they did a major pass on elemental because they were only taking 50% of melee. They removed that and replaced it with standard dodge type. And ghosts are going to be the bane of all melee characters.
The bane of Britannia, literally.
I hate ghosts. Ghosts suck.
Well, there's he explains it here about the ghost, right?
Well, it's kind of like when we were grouped up and they are casting Death Field, and so all you see is the ghost had more hit points. Which
I don't think the death magic should heal a ghost because it's like
dead.
It's dead.
Interesting.
Well, anytime you cast death magic on a ghost, it should heal it as well.
Yeah.
Hit points.
I agree.
There was a balance pass on melee creature hit points to bring them down to a more reasonable value so take less damage. Tier 8 plus Elven Warriors were updated to make more challenging. Currently only found as a class type in the dog, gallery, and bludgeon. Break weapons might actually break something. Break armor might actually break something too. Ground pound. He amped the damage up on that, as well as increased focused and cast time. And the stun duration on Crushing Blow and Knockback was doubled, and a chance to stun cut in half. Fewer stuns mean less likely to be resisted.
So even though it seems bad, this is actually better. I don't get it, but
it may or may not. Summon creatures receive some balance. Only really useful at low levels. He tried to amp their levels by doing some Shroud math that Laz and I
gotta love that Shroud math.
Yeah. Masters in English. Bachelors. +1.
I love math. I should go work for them.
Okay.
We love Eclipse math.
Skill
one
balance.
bikini top and one bikini bottom equals fun time.
Who said I had to have the top?
Well, you can't take off the top yet in game. So, speak to the boys.
Need the hot coffee patch for Shroud of the Avatar.
There you go.
As we discussed last week, and what upset Laz was acrobatics now gives damage avoidance. Oh wait, sorry, added damage resistance now instead adds a full-time dodge instead of damage resistance. Blue-blooded is now in line with fireproof and well-grounded. It's at 0.25 points. That's also on the Confusion now requires a successful cast to apply experience. Cover. They revamped 400 plus skills to make sure that they were actually set to cover, maybe not, and also fixed the ability hit by a spell after the target has behind a wall. Yay! So now you can hide behind trees as things are cast on you.
I gotta ask a couple questions on this one, and This one's curious. Magic spells. If I can target you before you duck for cover, shouldn't you get hit?
Well, yeah.
The speed of the bolt that's firing
Yeah.
and the distance.
Yeah, so
Well,
It should move
that's magic. I'm not talking about a regular arrow. Now, you can get an arrow off, and you can see an arrow coming in the air from 50 meters and hopefully dodge it. But I'm talking magic here.
well,
Same thing.
Magic's
Yeah.
like Wi-Fi. It requires line of sight.
I don't know.
Remember, magic is science. It's just what we don't understand in science yet. So, it still has to obey certain fundamental laws of physics as best we understand them.
yes.
All right, I'll accept that.
In any sufficiently advanced technology.
Technology,
is
exactly.
no different.
Indistinguishable from magic.
Think
exactly.
of it this way. I mean, if you cast light and this glowing ball of light is above your head, and then you walk around a corner and the ball of light hasn't followed you yet, that part of the corner is not lit up because the ball of light isn't there.
Now you're going to get Laz on the light. Never gonna
Yeah, he's
That's the
he's
point.
picking on that one just for yeah.
Like, damn you, internets.
Like my good buddy Merc this morning. First thing I see this morning was
Yeah.
commentary from Merc about the light spell.
What
Damn
I
you,
think
Merc.
about that is when you cast light and the fucking light goes out of, it clips through a wall or some shit, and it's just useless.
Yep. So many skills and spells were set wrong. Damage flags, those were fixed. Many skills had flags corrected to properly block, parry, dodged, etc. Death magic. He did weird.
After
he found
deep
weird
investigations,
bad math. Ever. No bad math.
bad math stuff.
Bad
math stuff. 50
Bad-
lashes for the
I
math
see.
man.
I see math.
Let's explain a little of this math to these folks.
Nope. That means that the near-death power from gear was being applied to all death magic all the time before. So if you had a piece
From gear.
from gear, it was 20%. Time. Yep. Why don't you check your death stuff and see if it now says death? So now,
No,
those
I
bonuses
actually
only apply
have
when
picked up. I have since picked up one piece that actually has that prop on it, a necklace now.
So they looked over the numbers. They believed that the death magic gear bonus is still too high. It is really the only straight up damage bonus. Going to go with this was all straight from Chris's update last week. Decay is going to make some people sad. Maximum skill
more
day that
hearing
can be
stories.
accumulated has been raised from 12 hours to 24 hours.
Boo. Yes. Boo.
Yeah. Already seeing the flames out there on the forums.
Again, remember, this is the only game where if you succeed and you really work hard, they punish you for it.
Oh, it's
But
not
you
the
like
only game that
punishment, don't you?
punishes. It's a mild
Punishes for
spanking.
success, though, yes.
Mild spank. I mean, compare this to UO, where if you died, you lost all your shit and you had to go retrieve it. And if you died in a spot where you couldn't kill everything,
I would prefer that to then, like, every single skill I have losing XP across the board.
yeah, they seriously need to fix that to where it comes out of the pool first instead of out of the actual skill.
It does.
Entirely. Bugs there.
It's raining balls.
Yes, I saw that, and I switched cameras so that the audience
Oh,
can
we-
see the craziness that happens
We got balls.
while we're
It
actually
doesn't-
reading the news.
It doesn't look like
Live
sperm.
from Owl's Head, we're under attack.
Well, just because
This-
the tails aren't wiggly enough for you, is that why it doesn't look?
Meteor showers unexpectedly show up on the NBNN lot.
I hope that the spell cannot be cast indoors, because it wouldn't make any sense to have meteors like
Well, then you
in a
wouldn't-
cave and
Then
stuff.
you wouldn't be able to cast lightning or fireball Although Fireball, you might.
Or
Fireball.
You can
would
do
work.
fireball, but
no
yeah, you won't
lightning.
be able to cast lightning. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
That-
lightning
that
is
would
just
have
static
circumstantial.
electricity.
What about
Yeah, I was
streaming
gonna
rain?
say.
Can you summon water rain in caves?
I bet it would be more difficult to make to cast a rain out in a desert area, though. If you think about it, like out in a dry desert, you wouldn't be able to cast like healing rain and shit like that. Or, but seriously though, this one really takes the cake though. You can't summon meteors like deep underground into like some
Magic.
cave system or under Brittany. It would destroy Brittany to do it.
And I'm okay with
Yeah,
that. Having like
leave
holes
Brittany
through the sewers.
Listen,
That'd be
listen,
cool.
listen to list. Listen to list. You will catch meteor showers and you will like it and not question it.
I don't
The
think
end.
the code exists.
You can summon a meteor in the sewer, just a meteor of poop.
I feel like
Yeah.
there needs to be like a slap in there, and you will like it. Slap.
Why didn't we?
I will take my testicles and I will put them. And you
Yeah,
will
see,
like
I
You
love
also
how
have
this
to listen to
magic.
Geeks. They are magical
I love how
meteors,
this
and
magic is
they
taking
are
a
summoned
turn
from a
now. Now
magical
they're
portal.
magical meteors, and we have portals to bring them in. I love
The
this.
Portals, they open.
I don't know. I see. I'm thinking that we are using celestial magic. We're changing the orbit of objects in the sky and forcing them down onto the planet,
Through
like
a
a
portal.
power word that a mummy might do. You know?
Through a portal.
But if you're calling them meteors, I don't think that cleanliness is the issue. I think you need to go to the doctor because there's something else wrong.
What's the
And-
difference
and
between
that-
a meteor
Yeah.
and an asteroid again?
Well, yeah. You know, an asteroid
just-
comes from the ass, and a hemorrhoid comes from the hemisphere, right?
Well,
Is that
I was gonna say.
is that right?
We'll
Asteroid-
just reposition Uranus, and we'll blast the meteor showers that way. How about that?
Sounds good.
Boo!
Who hits? Okay, so
Moving
this
right along.
is an important change. Everybody should be aware of this. Deck switching with coconuts is now a thing.
The thing.
A
Hasn't
thing.
it always been a thing?
No, it is not.
No.
You more conveniently ride your horsey.
Yes, now you can actually do the horsey deck, where you fast travel, which do not fast travel. And DOTs and elevation height differences should no longer impact damage calculations for DOTs. And they fixed the tooltip for Douse. Evasion. The duration was increased to make it more other short duration skills. Fortified defense skill is now fixed. It was actually working before, but only versus a very limited category of attacks. only
Blade
partially
branded,
working.
let the puppies out.
Thank you. And don't forget, what the things are, I don't know.
And stuff.
Stuff and things.
Do you know where I put my phone?
Yes,
Um,
dear, but you'll have to pull it out later. See you after the show.
Can you call it a few times while it's on vibrate?
Okay.
Oh, Jesus
that.
Christ.
Yes. Okay, so where was I? Glyph shuffling bug. They fixed a bug where excess skill glyphs were not being reshuffled to the deck when creating combos. Hamstring combo might do something now. Powerful. Ice field. It was updated, and the
I
ice
don't
field
like it.
slowdown effect should be longer in duration than before.
Well, it's true that if monsters walk through it, they get re-hit by the slow. The problem is that you must be standing completely still to cast it.
Oh.
So in other words, you might as well cast it on top of yourself because the monsters are going to be coming at you. And when you cast it and you're in it, guess what happens?
You're slowed down.
You get slowed down too. The caster does. They're not immune to their own magic. So I don't like it. I don't like having to stand still. This is bad. I need to be able to do it on the run.
Bad, bad.
Bad. Make it so that way you can
Fucking
kick
kill a ranger.
things, fire.
Kill a
Ignite.
druid while he's trying. Sorry.
Kill a druid while he's trying to talk to this. Ignite weapon. They fixed a bug where the visual effects were persistent
Bug.
after the buff expired. Invulnerability. The effect have after resurrecting now properly protects you from other effects besides direct damage. Opportunity Strike, the skill is now better. Is and 1 1/4 base to double damage. Go bypasses armor. Pickpocket is borked. Yes. They haven't yet figured out how they're going to actually make pickpocketing meaningful in game, so now it just gives you a virtue hit and lets all be.
Have the guards attack you if they catch you and then fucking kill you.
Well, as long as it's not like the invulnerable UO guards, because I kind of like to killing them occasionally. Poison, they added the new shared stat for poison effectiveness that makes poison more powerful, and they updated the poison effects to use the bonus. All but chaos poison, both debuffs and damage. Dagger, short blades, one-handed pole arms are now more effective with poison. Recalling, they fixed a bug where combat was not interrupting. Oh, damn. Resurrection, I know. Fixed a bug that would allow block players from being resurrected if they're regenerating health at death, which was the 1 hit point.
The 1 hit point bug, that's right.
That should have been fixed. Reveal Hidden now works for players in the area, not just the caster. I wonder how large the area is that
15 meters, right?
I have no clue. Is it like the audio where it only partially works at 15 meters? Because like I can't hear whoever's playing right now.
It's tied to your camera.
Speaking of Reveal Hidden, I just want to once again take the opportunity to point out the difference between silent movement and the wonderful shadow form spells, and how they are not even close to balanced, and it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I'll bitch about that later.
Okay.
We can talk about that later.
It's a big thing to me. It doesn't make any sense. One's a spell that takes reagents, has at 20 levels higher than the subterfuge tree version. 20 levels higher, it has half of the stealth percent, and lasts for, maybe a little bit longer, but requires reagents. Okay, first of all, if you're using reagents and it's magic, it should be 100% stealth. It's an all or nothing spell. It either works or it doesn't. I understand the time. Meanwhile, though, over in the subterfuge tree, 20 levels lower in the subterfuge tree, a silent move at level 29 has 50% stealth and lasts for 45 seconds. Now, I get that if you're like stealthy and you're moving around, you can like stay hidden longer and people may not see you because you're hiding out behind a trash can. But one is stealth and one is true invisibility by magic. And one requires a reagent and the other one does not. So hello, it's broken.
Silent movement.
The magic spell's horrible.
And the shadow form are both tier 3.
I want to know where he saw this trash can.
Trash can?
Yeah, they're both tier 3. One takes a reagent, one does not. The magic which takes a reagent is less than half as good as the rogue stealthy move. It's magic. It should be 100% stealth because you burn through freaking reagent, or you fail it, right? And you don't know, and that's acceptable too. It either works or it doesn't work. I get that, but not this. Hey, look, I can over here and I can stealth better than you can at half your skill level, and and not use any reagents. That's a big slap in the face to moon magic.
Well, and there's your answer. One allows movement while hidden, and one increases how detectable you are.
No, they both allow you to move.
Well, that's what the skills do, according to Luce.
25% stealth for 61 to 91 seconds versus 50% stealth for 45 seconds.
Yeah. Let's not
Silent
argue the
movement.
whole merit right now. We can dedicate a whole show to that.
Sorry.
Because I actually have one or two of those skills, and I've had some questions about them. So maybe we'll. Yeah, you ain't got no skills.
I have no skills other than alchemy
And milling, that's right. It's like
They both allow movement while
keep them
hidden.
chained to the pavilion over there all day long.
Well, you'll laugh at this. Yesterday, I went and learned the huzzah emote, and let's just say someone realized that when they just stand around, it's mostly because I'm AFK. Went over, talked to Minerva for a little bit, and like, oh, I guess you're AFK.
And of course, Liz just come back and says, "Oh dang, you was totally right. Bug,
nerf,
nerf
it,
So
nerf
there
it,
you go,
nerf it.
Arius. That has been brought to the attention.
Well, it still hasn't been entered into Jira.
I know it's got to be entered in, but
Bug. Okay,
but
so
at least now we really know.
Riposte is now a damage-worthy skill.
You
so-
think?
Yes. Yep. And it's, eventually, he'll even make it actually a skill that's worth using, making, telling.
Yeah, I've already weeded out of my repertoire because it's been worthless.
It's worthless. Eventually, it will get some Shield of Air. They fixed a bug where it would actually get worse when stacked. That's not. Stack it. Worse. Shield of Crystal
Stack it.
can no longer be cast on your pets, and they added Shield of Crystal to the Reclaim or Untrain. The stillness buff. Damage on player now clears the stillness buff, so mages can't stand toe-to-toe in combat and get bonuses. Less than that. And Tabula Rasa will now properly wipes the target's deck, not the caster's.
Yeah, I'm sure that was screwing with some people's days.
What?
Got the whole deck all loaded up to go. You hit it and it wipes your deck, not your opponent's. Yeah.
Yeah. Caltrops, the slowing effect has been increased by 50%. Ouch. Stepped on a
And
point.
they work
Ouch.
on dragons.
Ouch. I stepped on a pointy.
And they work on dragons.
Okay, for now. Explosion potions can be thrown on your utility bar. Gear Decay, which is making lots of people really sad right now. And he has increased the rate at which things get damaged by 25%. And he will probably keep creeping that value up. Is currently both from testing and player reports stuff never needs replacing, which will make Arius and Coilmore Wands happy because you have to replace your gear. The Knight Marshal's helm will no longer break armor set bonuses like the light armor. Okay, marked as heavy armor. Maximum critical. They added a max crit stat to weapon archetypes. And set to the current value of 2 for all weapons, but now 2.5 for polearms and crossbows. This was added for crossbows because unlike bows, they do not sort polearms.
Speaking of crossbows, there's got a report that you can't make crossbows because there's a certain piece missing. Anybody come across that?
Well, for one, a crossbow uses bolts, not arrows. You can't make bolts. I don't know about crafting.
Details.
Semantics.
It's a stick that flies. Got some fletching on
It's a sharp, pointy stick that flies and causes damage. That's right.
Semantics, my ass. I'd like to see you shoot a crossbow bolt from a bow.
I can. As long as I'm using like the kid, a normal sized crossbow bolt with a very, very young child's bow.
Okay, so you have experience using short sticks as long as it's kids' equipment. Got it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Ooh.
He still shops in the children's department, is what he's
Hey.
telling you. That's right.
Hey. Not Led Zepp. Not Led Zepp. Okay, artifacts. Gaia's Heart can now be used in either hand. Instrument artifacts have been fixed temporarily. You're only attempting to recast one time every 20 seconds. Cast every 5 seconds. Buff will last 30 seconds. Unfortunately,
There you
they
go.
do not
Brandon
affect.
wants to be able to load daggers into the crossbow. I like that.
You know what? You can load daggers into your crossbow. You can load marshmallows in your crossbow, like I saw at the print fair. Yeah.
Did you see somebody actually do that? Marshmallows in a
Marshmallows
crossbow?
inside of a crossbow. Yes, I did see that. And they kept shooting the marshmallow at people.
Oh, Laz, here's your soapbox back. Sorry, I had to borrow the Lever 2000 there.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so back to the light spell.
I'm waiting.
Oh, Lord.
I'm waiting for Dixie to like push Clipsy off of the piano.
I think there should be 2 circles that hover around you with the light spell. I think you gotta double it up.
I know.
Jack, Gixie is a gentleman. He wouldn't push me off except to land on me.
Oh,
I was gonna say he would trip you and beat you to the floor, sweetheart. Don't.
I think we need to all surround Laz with light spells.
If it was a
bite
little
me.
pixie inside of it, like that, you could see a little pixie floating there, like you summoned a pixie to light your way. Would that be okay?
It already is a pixie, homie. Take a
Yeah,
look.
but you can't. I had. I'm just saying.
Something.
Will-O-Wisp is bigger, not nearly as bright though. Makes me sad.
Yeah. New artifacts. They added 7 different artifacts. The Torch of Jurek will now be the Torch of Jerk, especially as Scroda holds it inside of his music box. And Laz, you're
Yeah, it's not doing anything.
or,
I see that.
Are you trying to tune your lute?
I'm getting ready for the next song.
He's a one-note, one-hit wonder.
I know.
It's good.
And it's not stones. Okay. The character, the Titan of Granis, now has unique art. He got the screenshots. Blah blah blah. No spoiler effects. Spoilers yet. The Kabbalist visual effects have been updated, made more sinister. The male commoner had received some polish, aka dirt, along with some variable. And now you can run around with a wearable backpack, including an
You
ornate
can wear your
backpack.
backpack.
Yeah. Still don't have one on the character sheet, because I would really like to drag things around and drop them on my backpack that's not on my character sheet, instead of bringing up my entire inventory.
And thankfully, it's not tied to your character. I'm wondering, can you put other stuff in it? Because it's not your main backpack, right?
It's a backpack. I don't know. I don't own one. I haven't crafted one. Laz definitely needs more lights around him.
I've seen on stream, I've seen people like take their main backpack, take their cloak off, put their main backpack in their back. And they can still access the stuff that's in it. And like if you have reagents in that backpack, it'll pull from those reagents as well.
Yeah, but do they still mix? Yeah, well, because that's still got to be inside your main backpack regardless, right? I don't know. We'll have to look at that.
Well,
It's just
it
a sub
probably
inventory.
Equips the cloak slot. Wearing it.
Yeah, it goes on the cloak slot. Yes, that's all it does.
Crap ton of new weapons, including the Elven Woodwind shortbow. And
Which
then
is really cute, actually.
a bunch of other stuff, including some stuff that's on the add-on store. Slave
Top
and the
tier
Crusader
elven
artist.
archers.
Yep, that's where you get the Woodwind shortbow.
Oh, so they're even telling you where to find these things. Very nice.
Yep.
Okay.
I
which
found
one's
it in
got the-
Rodantis.
Which one's got the best wood scrap level, and that's what we're hunting tonight.
Top tier
The
Elven
longbows.
archers will have longbows, and Woodwind shortbows will probably be the best scrap potential. And then after that, the Summer Telethon thorny weapons, leaf weapons have made it into the game. New cloaks available on the add-on store. The Dark Star fur-collared cloak, the Lord British fur-collared cloak, the fur-collared sigil cloaks.
Pixie's got one on.
I know that, but these were put out as special collectible cloaks, and now we have duplicates
with fur collars,
cloaks with fur collars. I mean, come on, you're
Laz,
killing.
did you see the price on that Dark Star cloak?
Picks up crack.
$30.
How much?
$30.
Yeah, what
$30.
the price of my now defunct cloak should be.
No, your now defunct cloak should be $75.
Well, I guess that's what the price may be later on, but
And don't forget, we still have more thorn weapons to come because we still haven't gotten things like the thorn wand.
Thorn Wand wasn't on the list.
It was on the telethon. That was the whole thing. That was one of the things.
That was a
the
stretch
thorn
goal,
wand.
maybe.
No, it was in the telethon. That's why I was so adamant about getting in the telethon this year, was because of the thorn wand.
Where's my thorn elephant?
Where's my elephant?
Yep.
That's right.
Anyway.
Yeah. Butterfly
I'll
masks.
melt down those sigil cloaks now.
Yep. There's a black and white butterfly mask now in the add-on store. A bunch of new emotes, including where to get them, are now there. Including
Yeah, I meant to run around and do that yesterday, but got sidetracked by the dragon.
You gotta get the time rift.
Yeah, you have to
I
get the
know.
time rift in Solace Bridge.
And learn to waltz with me.
Yes. And the waltz lead and the follow. So, do you lead or follow?
Depends on the man.
Both.
Ooh.
Does she swallow?
I do have the huzzah emote, and it is different between guys and girls.
I haven't been to Spite yet to get it.
Well, someone else gave it to me. I can't get it.
Nice.
He hasn't been to Spite either. Tell you, he never leaves that pavilion.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the pavilion all the time. New ducks around Novia. The light spell.
Ducks.
Light spell. We've got some news about the light spell. That there's, for the third
Suck
time.
it, light
We need
spell.
more.
For the third time.
need more
there's
on the
something
set.
new. We definitely need more light spells on the set because it's a little dark in here and he laughs as he's playing. And I heard that if you cast the light spell, it helps the volume.
Bite me.
So light spell is directly tied to the volume, so you must cast the light spell whenever you see laughs.
Known issue.
Known issue. Working as intended. Okay, then after that, the polished the torch and the one-handed weapon hold. Now you properly grab your crotch. Double animations bug. Fixed a bug that was causing some animations to play twice. Musical instrument sync issues. There was a bug with that. That's supposedly been fixed now. Musical volume still completely borked, and they have no plans of ever fixing that
we
until
can sing,
someone
but we can't
else
hear
complains.
Jack.
Yeah.
I know, I love it.
You can't hear a damn thing from what someone's standing unless you're standing right on top of them.
Well, see, the reason why everybody's standing on top of me, giving me light, is so they can hear what I'm playing. Because the 15 meters is really worthless. If you really want to hear what I'm playing, you got to be standing right on top of me.
Yes.
The key is groveling on top of Clipsy.
I feel like that's working as intended for Laz then.
Yeah, groveling on
that's
top
right.
of Clipsy is something she always enjoys. For it.
Scroto, that's your cue.
What I miss? What?
Anything you want.
Everything you want.
you want.
Yeah,
And
contextual
all
help
sorts of
has
people
been
floating around over
updated
here.
somewhere. Crafting. Still, the time sync is real while they reshape and patterns for decorations, blah, blah, blah. There's now more additional book cover patterns using the tailoring skill for books covers.
Sweet.
And player books can now be salvaged for materials and patterns. And new in-game weapon patterns are there. New add-on bundle and plunge weapon patterns. New recipes for crossbows.
Yay!
Worked.
There was a note. There is a little bug in crossbows at the moment. You can't mastercraft them.
From what I understand, Spiff says it's missing a component. You can't make them.
I don't know.
Megalo has been making.
So I had a guildmate make one last
Did
night.
you? And maybe he just missing
Doesn't know where to get the component
some
at.
information. Yes.
Boss creature trophy heads are now craftable. Rustic wood
I'm a
leather
little
furniture
disappointed in those.
craftable. What, the dragon head?
Well, the troll head is super tiny, and I'm like, man, the troll's huge, and its head is just this big. And yes,
not
that's
going
what
there.
Well,
she said.
which head did you
Not
mount,
going
though? I know you're all about the mounting of heads, but which one did you mount?
Apparently the wrong one.
You wanted to mount the
You have
big head, not the
experience?
small head?
It was so tiny.
So tiny. Didn't feel a thing, did you?
Feel what?
It sounds like another problem with volume.
That shrinks a bit as soon as you cut it off.
Shrinkage.
Dehydration and stuff.
Shrinkage. And Laz, hit escape.
This is a new look
All
for
the
me.
blood comes
Might have
out.
been cold outside. We don't know.
Laz, hit escape. Thank you. Damn, sound was looping. I've got it just for you, just because you're
Yeah,
a little
beat
slow.
you to it.
No, I started first.
It's okay,
There
they
we
can't
go
hear
again.
you even on top of me anyway.
It's all good. It's all good. We'll see how many
a
people we
party.
get playing Stones. Okay, so
Weddings and More by Laz. You got to get to the. You got to meet the 1 so you can get to the 2 and the 3.
That's right. And a 1 and 2.
yes, Lord British's favorite instrument, the grand piano, has made it into the game, although it's been skinned and named the harpsichord.
Stones
And
won
it,
apparently.
and it sounds just like the lute in game.
The piano. Oh, does it sound like a lute? Are we that lucky? I'm
interpreting the news, so you don't have
Oh.
to.
I thought
man.
we were making a good interpretation, you know.
Well,
We've seen things like that before.
Okay, what does the lute sound like?
Harpsichord.
A harpsichord. So, the harpsichord is going to sound like the lute, which sounds like a harpsichord.
I really
Come on,
didn't think
man.
the lute sounded like a harpsichord, to tell you the truth.
When's the last time you heard a harpsichord like this?
Thank you.
Yes.
When was the last time you heard a harpsichord? Thank you,
You
very much.
gotta look on YouTube or something.
You guys are going to drive me to drinking, I swear.
Hey,
You
we're
don't
not even
stop
reading a
driving
stand-up
that hot
corner.
rod, Lincoln.
I know.
Otherwise, you would be drinking.
Bong water at that.
Now, see, oh, there you go. You got to be doing shots of that when we do the stand-up.
So the Obsidian Forge, they have doubled the health and focus drain at the Obsidian Forge to better balance the benefits associated with Obsidian gear. The Warlock Chain Bug,
Bug.
yeah, fixed. Rose polishes, they're much brighter on the rose blooms. Masterworking wands now skills up the bludgeon, masterworking, and
Yeah.
carpentry. So, you know what? I know someone who's going to be working on his masterworking skills shortly after this. Going to be polishing.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Who's going to be polishing wood around here?
Besides me?
Led Zepp.
Yes, besides you.
Lots of people are going to be polishing wood around here.
What's the question?
Don't worry, Scrota. I'll show you later.
It's okay.
Oh,
Just go,
my.
Oh,
just go
babe.
back to Rubbin Arius's.
I'll be converting that. That wood.
We're going to
into
use
pulp.
this slick wax here, this fine polish right here. Try that.
Yeah, the merchant shirt is now cloth armor. Localization stuff they've been working on. User interface polish.
Localization.
We can talk about how that's. You know what? Some of it doesn't make sense. Some of it does.
Is that truck playing Stones too?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's backing up.
Oh, I just thought Jack was backing his ass up.
Back that ass right up.
Back that ass up.
Yeah. And pretty much that's all that's useful out of the thing.
No user interface polish. Want to tell them all about that?
No, I'm not going to
Actually, we don't have time to go into all that.
Not
Otherwise,
gonna do
we're going to do
Wouldn't be prudent.
exactly what we did yesterday. But be prudent. That's right.
Someone actually looked at the... Hey, it's Winches and Mead. I think I've heard this song before. I love Winches and Mead.
You going to the festival? The festival closed down last weekend, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Unfortunately, one of the festival goers just died in Austin.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, what's really scary is she was riding her motorcycle on 35, and the wind blew her off the highway.
Holy
Oh my
crap!
god.
Yeah,
What?
and it's really like eyewitness reports from behind her. It's like she was riding, gust of wind like was blowing her, and she was having problems controlling her motorcycle, and then boom, it ended up blowing her up against the railing, and then she just went all the way over, fell 100 feet to her death.
Is she like 50 pounds?
I don't know.
Probably about 115. She is pretty petite.
Dang.
Yeah. And there is a GoFundMe. I shared it out on my Facebook page. If you follow me on Facebook for Jack Assist, and you'll be able to find me. And then if you want to contribute to that GoFundMe, it's going to be for 6 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's sad. Those things are
really
dangerous.
sad.
Bummer.
Yes, it is a sad situation. Like when people first notified me, it's like the name, it didn't ring a bell. Then it's like I saw a picture, and it's like, oh, I know who. Yeah. That was also out by Hobbit Dread. Okay, so what else are we doing today?
Moving right along. Weekend roundup.
Put that
We
light
gotta
spell.
make it a quick one because we only got about 9 minutes, not even.
Okay, well, let me prepare it by unchecking things. Don't forget, community calendar is hosted on nbnn.info, which you can always get on your phone or electronic device. Just go to the appropriate store and go search for NBNN or Shroud of the Avatar, and you should find the NBNN Soda app, and it has all the links to great things related to Shroud of the Avatar, including the community calendar, where all times on it are Central Standard Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as New Britannia time. Today at noon and 6, two idiots interpret the news so you don't have to on a show called Lunch, Laz and Jack on RFB.
WRFB.
At 7 p.m. tonight, we have the Phoenix Republic PvE nights where you can join Malhari or Kazan Phoenix Fire for exploration of all kinds of different areas. At 7 p.m., if you don't want to go kill monsters and you would rather kill players, you can go join
The
Vengeance
PvP
Madness, open PvP event taking place in the town of Vengeance, where you've got an hour to kill everyone. And
with the proper PvP-ness.
At 7 p.m., while you're doing that, you can tune in your ether amplifiers to WRFB for the record room. And at 10 p.m., you should be listening to the record room, which takes us to
Those
Saturday.
Friday night fights are on hold.
That's right. That's why I skipped it. On hold means skip. Saturday morning, bright and early, you need to wake up.
Wake up.
New Britannia with Ultima and Celine at between 7 and 9. And do we have any idea who the Who Are You segment is going to be?
I believe that Wolfson is sick this week, and there is going to be a wake up this week. I heard that
Wake Up was
last night
canceled.
on Justin's show. So we wish Wolfie a speedy recovery.
Get well soon.
And get well soon. That is right.
And if you need a doctor, I know one that's currently in med school that'd be more than willing to take the rectal temperature.
I think we know a nurse too, don't we?
Yes, we also know a nurse.
Oh my.
At 12 o'clock is the Welcome Quest taking place in Bowling Green. At 1 p.m., the Bear Tavern is having their 4th anniversary. Don't forget, the Bear Tavern generally results in the Bear Tavern Brawl afterwards, because you know what
The
happens
Bear
with alcohol?
Tavern Brawl.
Occasionally people get a little punch drunk. 7 p.m., the EVL Monster Mash Dungeon Crawl is taking place. You need to contact the Dungeon Master of Denied, and that's going to start on the overall map outside of Sultan. At 8 p.m. on WRFB is going to be the Swap Shop. And at 10 p.m. is the Noma Promo Asian Edition,
Promo,
which is going to take place on Proma Alley in Novia Market. Noma Promo. Yay!
Market,
Go join them.
that's right.
Go join them
What is
in the
that?
Novia Market, which is a player-owned town. The Novia
Just
Market
outside of
is just
Britain,
outside of
new
Britain.
marketplace.
Right next to Dunskeep.
Oh, is that where they have like the doorbusters and like the stuff?
That's the place.
That is it.
Oh, baby, I saw some 40 gold wood. I got my eye on.
Every Sunday, these guys are running promos out there, so go check them boys out.
Yep, and that
That's
includes Sunday morning.
Sunday.
Sunday.
At the Fair Park Coliseum.
At 1 a.m. is the Noma Promo Asian Edition. Again.
Continues.
Yeah, it continues at 6 a.m. with the European Edition, or Noma Promo European. And at noon, Noma Promo America's Edition. Laz finally got it on the calendar correctly. Yay!
Yay!
I see Laz smiling, but I don't know why. At 12:30, don't forget you can join Bowen Bloodgood out in the New Britannia Market at the museum for Astronomy Night. Go research the latest changes to the celestial beings above us. At 2 p.m. is the Bear Tavern Pub Crawl, because all great adventures begin in a pub somewhere.
Y'all be hungover and hurting from the day before.
And at 3 p.m., you need to go all the way west on the overall map to the town of West End for the West End Fight Club for some
PvP. That's right.
And that is our community calendar for this Friday, April 28th through Sunday, April 30th in Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud of the Avatar. That's right. And of course, we want to thank our latest sponsor out there, the Solania Lottery. The Solania Lottery is running right now. You can go out to Solania, check out the vendor out there. There's a chance is actually up the stakes there. There's actually a first, second, and third place. And we'll drop a link in here. I don't have that link very handy. I should have. Oops. But we'll get that in chat for you. Of course, I want to thank all our other sponsors out there. Again, it's been a whole bunch of news, so I'm not going to roll those credits. Going to thank, of course, WRFB, Radio Free Britannia, for letting two wild and crazy guys like us run free day in and day out. Want to thank the good folks over at the Auchenshire and Markham Farms. Well, the Jack should be thanking them because he gets all his reagents through Auchenshire and Markham Farms. That's right.
Auchenshire, Markham Farms.
As our good friends and family over at the BMC. Check out Market Road for all your crafting needs. Of course, Jacob White over at SodaMap, sodamap.com. Of course, now in-game, if you hit M, that should be functional in this release. When you hit M, the map should now come up for everybody across the board. Just a little side note. Of course, Relics by Rill, relicsbyrill.com for all your licensed Trinity Avatar swag. Use the promo code NBNN and you'll save 10% on checkout. And of course, the Shroud Marketplace, where you can get your virtual vendables on and sell just about anything you want. A quick wrap up on that, and then we'll thank the good boys and girls, and let's get out of here, Jack.
Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. That means that every single vendor is a different player. There's currently over 40 vendors. If you're interested in selling your goods on Shroud Marketplace, you just have to register for an account, then click on vendor registration, and it's free to list everything that you want. Don't forget a commission. sales time. And don't forget.
How much?
Depends on what kind of you have. Register as a vendor and you can get out.
Yes, the percentages are different. Free is a little higher than the gold. The platinum is a little lower than, and of course the diamond.
It's all cheaper than eBay.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point.
That's the best point ever. It's cheaper than eBaying your items, and it's cheaper than going out and getting your own shopping cart software. Don't forget, you can also check out some of the latest items added, including rollout deeds, POT rollout deeds, 2 million worth of game gold, artifacts, anything game related, accounts all the way through services can be posted on Shroud Marketplace. It's actually time for us to thank the most important people around here. That's thank you for watching out on Twitch,
You guys.
YouTube, or listening on WRFB.
I love you guys. WRFB
Some
Radio
for much
Free.
longer and harder than a
That's right. We love you all. Of course, we're going to go ahead and wrap up and get out of here because we want to go play with all the goodies out there in R41. So, till Monday, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great weekend, everybody. We will see you then. Bye-bye. So long. I'm free to say it.